Good evening. I'm Bill Callahan, and with me here in the Woburn Public Media booth to present tonight's game is Bill Callahan.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. It's great to be back here at Memorial Stadium. And like you said, both teams are coming into this game 2-0 in the division. One thing you left out is nobody else is 2-0 in this division. So the winner of this game is going to take sole place of first place in the division in the Liberty side of the Middlesex League. So it's a very important game. We've got 5 weeks in a row now, 5 Fridays in a row with some wonderful fall weather, good football weather. And the crowd here is obviously showing it. We have a good packed crowd. We have a couple extra bands here tonight that we've seen. We have some flag staffs, all sorts of things going on here at Tanner Stadium, we'll call it.
Reading and Woburn always have had great contests and great competition with each other in the football gridiron. Reading has consistently been a good team in the Middlesex League, making it to the Super Bowl a number of times in the last 5 or 10 years. Okay, as we look at the field right now, we get the Reading captains coming out to midfield. For Reading, number 8, Jake D'Agostino is captain. Matt Centella, number 11, who's also the quarterback. Number 52, Tyler Perillo, captain, and Dan Beckenhouse for the Reading Rockets. Woburn's captains, as they have been for the past 4 games. Number 12, Ryan Qualey. Number 13, Stephen Colaco. Number 53, Peter Cole. And number 66, Pat Allen. We'll wait as the referee will...
Yeah, I'm looking down at the field now, Bill, and they're almost standing tallest to shortest, going left to right from our angle here. And I'm getting my first look at number 72, who you mentioned. He's the captain there, Dan Beckenhouse. 6'3", 255. I'm calling the under on that.
Okay, the official's looking at it, and I think he's telling Reading that they've won the toss. Let's see if as he gives the signals. Okay, Woburn's going to be defending the north goal. Woburn has won the toss and has declined and will opt to take the ball in the second half. A little oddity I've spotted so far. And a few years ago, high school football has added a fifth official. I only see 2 on the field right now, and the official with the white hat is usually the referee. Apparently he hasn't quite made it yet, so as is procedure, the head lineman will take over for the referee. So we have only 4 officials to begin this game, but I'm sure the 4 can handle it, because for many years that's the number that did handle it.
That's a very impressive observation, Bill. I'm not sure anybody else in the entire stadium has noticed that, maybe not even the coaches.
We'll have the national anthem now by the Woburn High School Marching Band. Okay, that was a fantastic rendition of the national anthem. by the combined middle school choirs and chorus from the Kennedy Middle School and from the Joyce Middle School here in Woburn. They're down at on the track. As I said, a great rendition of the national anthem and a great opportunity for the younger kids to get involved in tonight's activities.
Yeah, and there certainly were a lot of them, Bill. It looks like at least 100 of them between the chorus and the band. It was a very nice job done by those kids, setting a good starting point for this game tonight.
And both schools have long had a tradition of having a choral program. And I think if I recall, I don't know, were you maybe in one of the choral programs back a few years ago?
I think I may have been part of the Green and Blue Review, if I recall.
Over at the Joyce?
Absolutely, the Joyce Middle School.
All right.
Just down the street, walking distance.
Okay, Woburn will be kicking off left to right on your screen. And tonight's contest is underway. Little squib kick, picked up by Reading at the 25-yard line. And number 1 struggles and makes his way to about the 43-yard line. Yeah,
it's John DeMari that's on the receiving end, the senior. He's playing wide receiver and looks like linebacker. He gets a good advance there. I think it was 84. I think it was Alec Cruz rather, for Woburn that made the final tackle there. And once again, we'll have some nice replay action here on the screen all night long, so we'll be able to take a look at these plays twice, which is helpful because I miss a lot of stuff on the original play.
Okay, Reading is lining up over the ball. Quarterbacking for Reading this evening is Jake D'Agostino, number 11. Receivers left and right, D'Agostino in the shotgun from his own 44-yard line. Quick handoff, hold up the middle. Quick gainer.
Short yardage there for Reading. Nice stop there up the middle for Woburn. We'll take a look at that a little bit, but it was a nice run play there by, I'm not sure who it was.
I think it was the number 15.
Might have been.
2 setbacks with D'Agostino in the shotgun. 2nd and 5. Quick handoff over the left-hand side. Powers his way short of the first down, but a pickup of about 4.
Yeah, that was number 15 again, or I'm not sure who that was. We'll take a look here.
Number 15, Dominic Mascucci. And that 5'9".
Tackle made there by 84, Alec Cruz.
Okay, we got short yardage here. 3rd down, 3rd and a long one from the Woburn 47-yard line. Woburn, Reading has relied heavily on its running game so far this season. Trip receivers here to the left. Hand off to number 15. Once again, and this time he picks up the first down. Yasuchi for a 3-4 yard gain and picks up the first down.
Yeah, the good blocking up front by the Reading offensive line. Looked like it was number 4. I'm not sure if Terrell Jones was in there on the defensive tackle there.
Reading sets up 1st and 10 on the Woburn 44-yard line. D'Agostino drops back to pass. Now he's tucked the ball in and he's running to the right-hand side. He's wide open there for quite a distance, and he's about a 20-yard gainer.
Yeah, we'll take a look at this on the replay. It was lucky number 4, Terrell Jones, was able to get out to the outside here and chase down quarterback number 11, Matt Sinella.
I've been given the wrong name. That's right. Thank you, BJ. Number 11 quarterbacking, Matt Sinella, for a 20-yard pickup, 1st and 10 from the Woburn 25-yard line. Hand up the middle, a dive play for a pickup of about 6. As I said, Reading has relied on a strong running game in the first 4 games of the season.
Yeah, it seems like Dominic Mascucci is definitely going to get a bunch of carries tonight. He's touched the ball quite a bit already. The senior, 5'9", 160 pounds. He's actually listed on the Reading roster as a quarterback, so he might be somewhat of a backup, but also he's clearly got some legs underneath him. And he's also listed as a DB, so we'll see if he plays on the other side of the ball as well.
Okay. Sanella doing a good job of avoiding a sack. Lost about 1 yard. The Woburn defenders kind of encircled him and prevented him from gaining the line. We've now got third down. Third and, we'll call it a third and shot 4. Reading changes his personnel up. Sanella still in his quarterback. Third down from the 19-yard line. Quick handoff up the middle. Looks like he'll be shot. Number 11 went, excuse me, is that number 15 again?
I believe it was, yeah, it was number 15, Masucci again. I was just trying to get an eye on who made that tackle, because if they didn't make that tackle at the line of scrimmage, they had blocking upfield, and he was going to go all the way to the end zone.
Okay, now it's the fourth down. 1st and 2, and Reading inside the Woburn 20 will go for it on 4th and 2. Time for the Woburn defense to step up.
That'll be a false start.
Number 8 for Reading, a little too quick off the line. 5-yard penalty on Reading.
If they are calling on number 8, that's Jake D'Agostino, the captain for Reading.
What I think happened is the play was to our Woburn offside. We had a delayed count on the snap, and I think he was trying to draw Woburn offside, and in effect he caused his own receiver to move too fast. So it's still 4th down, but now 4th down and 7.
I think that's a good indication of how Reading feels about their special teams unit tonight, Bill. So that's going to be a big thing coming down the pike here, I think, over the next 4 quarters.
Completed the pass down to the 15-yard line. Pass originally, when it was caught, was shot of the line to gain. But number 8.
Yeah, that was the same kid, D'Agostino, number 8.
Fought his way for the first down. Good pass and good run after the catch for number 8. That'll bring a first and 10 from the Woburn 14-yard line. Big call again on the right-hand side of the Reading line.
Yeah, that was Masucci again. Masucci, we're going to have to pick a name. Nice tackle there by Stephen Kalako, number 13, the senior captain for the Tanners. We'll be calling his name quite a bit all night on the defensive side as well as on offense. Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen here, Bill. Number 5, Javon Natellis. One-on-one
coverage. The handoff out the middle once again. Looks like it's going to be close. I think we're going to have a third down. We'll have a third down and less than 1. Third and less than 1.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through this Reading roster right now, Bill, and I only see one person labeled as a kicker. It's number 21, Luke Forbes. So I'm not sure if there's an injury issue or if there's a trust issue, but either way, it doesn't look like Reading wants to be kicking the ball at all tonight.
Quick handoff, number 15 to the outside. Breaks through and in for the score. So with 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter, number 15 is the replay, carrying the ball over the goal line. With 5:06 remaining in the first quarter, Reading takes the lead, 6-0.
Yeah, we just saw the replay there. A couple of nice blocks downfield, or at least a little bit across the line of scrimmage by number 6, Jamel Nortellis, rather. And I wanted to say it was 62, but it might have been 64, Sean Cron. I'm not too sure. But one thing I did just notice that number 5 and number 6, Javon Nortellis and Jamel Nortellis, respectively, both seniors. I'm assuming we're talking about twins.
Okay, okay, we've got down the kick. Strong kick by the Reading punter, Luke Forbes, for the extra point. So quickly here in the first quarter. Reading marching down the field on the ground with one pass. Takes the lead 7-0.
Yeah, it's a tough start for Woburn, but also an impressive drive by Reading. They were able to capitalize on some good field position. Excuse me, and they took advantage of a couple gutsy plays down towards the Woburn end of the field, and they decided to go for it on fourth down. Looks like we're going to have Mr. Reliable Ryan Ludwig back there, number 31, as well as number 10, Marcus Quayles, looking to receive.
Luke Forbes doing the kicking for Reading, and I was watching him before the game warming up, and he's got a good foot.
That's what makes me curious about their decision to go for it on those short possessions down at the Woburn side.
I think they had been marching the ball and gaining 3-4 yards on every carry. So I think Coach Fiore decided that he's going to keep the ball on the ground and see what he can do with it.
Even after that 5-yard penalty, though, for the false start, they still decided to continue on. It was third down?
We're still further down, so they... Okay, ready for the kickoff. Again, Reading going from right to left on your screen. Kick is up. Taking it to about the 15-yard line. Ludwig stopped at about the 24. Brought down.
Yeah, he was smothered up there by numbers 4 and 5, Sean Fisher and Javon Natellis. Not much for a return there, but we'll still start off around their own 15, 20, where are we at, 23-ish?
It's about the 23-yard line when we start for their first possession tonight, starting from their own 23. Quarterbacking tonight, as he has for the past 4 years, is Ryan Quayle. Takes them out under the center. Number 13 goes in motion. That's Stephen Colaco. Quick pitch out to the left-hand side for Milgain.
Yeah, Ludwig didn't have a chance to get outside the edge. We'll take a look at the replay, and you can see number 77 for, I don't even have him on the list here. It looks like number 77 for Reading was able to wrap him up just with his arms, but Ludwig wasn't able to get quite back to the line of scrimmage, I don't think. So we'll see a second and
10. Good pursuit by the Reading defense on that one. Back to pass Quayle. Looking downfield to the right. Running out right. Quick pass. Complete. To number 13. And that's going to be, that was completed to Stephen Clarko. That's close. Apparently not close enough. It's going to be third down, 3rd and 1, 3rd and a long one for Woburn on their own 33-yard line. Quayle under center. Quick handoff.
It's a big dog pile down there, but I'm going to tell you who that first person on contact was, and I think it was number 35. I think it was Colin Comerford that was able to get in there and keep him from getting to that yardstick. 4th
down, 4th and still 1 for Woburn. Coach Belcher's got quarterback Quayle in the sidelines thinking about the call, and they're on 33. It's 4th down. Let's see if he's actually going for it. He's going to try to draw Reading offside. Quick handoff. I think he may have it. Yeah,
that should do it. Yep.
I think he has it by about a yard. Line judges signaling 1st down.
Yeah, good play call there. That was a short 1 yard for the 1st down.
That should move the chains.
They're going to take a measurement.
They were fooling around with the ball too much. He's got it. He's only about a foot away from the 35-yard line, and I'd say he only had to make the 34. So they're going to measure, and then way up here in the press box, in the Woburn Public Media press box, I'm predicting they made it by about a foot and a half.
even think that was close.
By a foot and 2/3, right?
Just about.
Okay. All right, first down.
Well, everyone
Much
gets
needed.
a little gasp of air and a little recharge, and we'll see what happens here. First and 10 for the Tanners.
First and 10 on their own 34-yard line.
Short side, Bill, number 1. Parrish, one-on-one.
Whaley tucks the ball in, cuts, lunges forward to, let's see where they mark. They mark it on the line. It's a first down. First down for Woburn, a 10-yard pickup. Ryan Quayle was scattering out of the pocket to the right here, lunging forward for that first down.
Yeah, another tackle for 35, Colin Comerford. So I guess that's a name we're going to be talking about quite a bit. He might end up leading this team in tackles. He seems to be in every play, whether it's right up the middle or chasing the quarterback outside. Speed inside is going to gain you tackles.
Quayle in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Quick handoff to Ludwig. Pushes his way forward for about a 2 or 3 yard gain. Not a lot of room there. It's good running by Ludwig.
Yeah, we saw 75 there again on the tackle. Dom DiCrescenzo. Dom D, we might have to start calling him.
Big sophomore,
Very
235 pounds.
Yep. Between him and 78, that left side of the Reading defensive line, it's a big area to cover. 78, of course, is Andres Paglia, senior 6'1", 295.
Deep throw down the middle. It's a jump ball. And it's caught by Woburn's. Is that Parrish down there, number 1?
I think it might have been, yep.
No.
Oh, no, it's Kolotko.
45-yard pass completion. Ryan Quayle to Steve Kolotko.
I don't really think we have to check the books to know that that's the longest passing play for the Tanners this season, right, Bill?
That is by far the longest completion. So Woburn sets up first and 10 on the Reading 7-yard line. After that great completion, a good throw. Kolotko went up, covered by a defender, was able to still go up and hold on to the ball.
Yeah, and he knew exactly how far Quayle was going to be able to throw it, too. He came back to that ball a little bit. The defensive backs didn't understand, and that's how you get a completion. Now they have a bunch of options here for the goal.
Whaley Roman right. Overthrows, kind of deliberately out of the end zone. The receiver in the back of the end zone was covered, so it was a good non-completion by Quayle as he could have thrown it out of bounds.
Yeah, that must have been an exciting situation for Quayle. He had both of his boys back there. He had Parrish, number 1, and Ludwig, 31, back in the end zone. Same side of the field. Neither one could get open, but that's all right. Second and goal, I think we have here. And once again, they have plenty of options. If they want to run the ball with Ludwig, they can do that. If they want to try to give a shot out to the outside, I think they're probably going to put the ball on the ground here and see what Ludwig can do. Probably try to stay to the left side, stay away from this this left side of the Reading defensive line.
Whistle before we've got.
That's going to be on the offense.
Yeah, we've got an illegal procedure, motion penalty called. That'll move the ball back 5 yards. So instead of second and goal, it'll be second and goal. It'll be from the 7. It'll be second and goal from we'll call it the 13.
Yeah, in the professional level, you call that a blessing a little bit, give the guys a little bit more space to work. But for the high school kids, 5 yards, you want to be as close to that end zone as you possibly can, especially when Woburn relies so heavily on the run game. We got Kolotko single back with, who's that, number 6 back there, blocking for him, Arthur Amaral.
Whaley rolling out to his right. Incomplete for diving.
That was
number 12.
Is it 12?
Number 12.
It was Ryan Quayle. No, 12 is the quarterback. Was it 13? Was it Kolotko?
Kolotko. Coming across on the sideline route. Diving, but just missed it out of his hands. Brings up third down, third and goal from the 13 or 14-yard line.
So now they've lost a couple of their options.
We've got a new formation. This is, let's see what they've got here.
Yeah, just trying to mess around a little bit. 13. Nice
Incomplete,
defense.
knocked out of the hands of the receiver.
Yeah, I think that was, I'm not sure if it was 4 or 24 for Reading. It was either Lucas Fleming or it was Sean Fisher, but he was able to knock that ball right out of Colaco's hands. I'm not really sure what the idea was with that whole line, that straight eye formation on the whole team, but I suppose it gives the defense a confusion of who they're supposed to be covering at that particular time. But
yeah, the intent is to say what exact formation are they running. Woburn's going to try for the field goal, which is probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, well,
coming from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think we've seen. I'm going to screw up his name again, but it's
The kick is up.
Swabney.
And the kick is good. So with 46 seconds remaining here in the very quick first quarter, Woburn gets on the board with a 20-yard field goal. And the score now is Reading 7 and Woburn 3.
Yeah, so always good to put points on the board. 3 points. Obviously, you prefer a little 7 spot there, but at the same time, Woburn got a little fortunate with that one big play on that drive. So I don't think Coach Belcher is going to be too pleased with the way that their offense performed there. 3 points is 3 points. We'll see what happens on. It's really about the defense. We saw Reading really march down the field on the Tanners on that last possession. So we'll see if they can try to step up and try to get the offense the ball back quickly. There's only 46 seconds left in this first quarter, so we'll probably going to see a play or two. But
I think, matter of fact, the 5th game of the season, that's the first field goal Woburn has attempted and the first field goal that they've completed. Kickoff, a good fit kickoff for Woburn this time, down to taking the 15-yard line. Runners out to the outside where he's met by breaks free. And he has gone all the way. We'll get the number of that, number 33. Number 33 for Reading. Pat Conroy, senior. Wide receiver. And
we'll take a look at the replay here, Bill. And I'm going to tell you right now,
he's got
this block right there by number 4 for Reading. That was Sean Fisher absolutely laying a path for Conroy to get to the end zone on that play. Tough break for the Tanners there.
It was they had him bottled up about the 45-yard line, but he broke free, and once he broke free, there was no Tanner in sight. So Reading comes back very quickly, a matter of 14 seconds to go ahead 13-3 as Luke Forbes goes for the extra point, goes down, kickers up, strong kick right to the uprights, and with 33 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Reading quickly jumps to a 14-3 lead.
Yeah, well, those plays are going to happen in high school. We've seen that quite a bit over the last few years, Bill, doing these games. There's always going to be a breakout touchdown on a kick or a punt. So all you need to do for if you're on the Woburn side is just shake it off. Acknowledge you still got 30 seconds left in this quarter. You'll keep the ball back and just march down just like they did last time.
What we saw on that one is it was a good kickoff. Woburn kicker. However, Conroy got a running start. He was about 10 yards behind, came up with a full steam ahead as he grabbed the ball. So he had a good running start heading into that.
Yeah, that's probably coaching too. You teach these kids to expect the ball to land about 10 yards in front of you, get yourself a little momentum going forward, and good job by Reading on special teams there.
Okay, Luke Forbes is going to be kicking off for Reading from their own 40-yard line.
And we have the same two back for
short kick, taken to the 30-yard line. Brought back for about 5-yard pickup, maybe a 6-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what.
Number 84, the shot receiver for Woburn. That's Alex Cruz.
Oh, Cruz, yeah.
A junior who took that shot kick and brought it back for about 5 or 6 yards, giving Woburn the ball on the 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line.
I don't think we've seen a whole lot of personal foul calls in these high school games, but number 23 on Reading just got away with a And after the whistle was blown, push, Josh Williamson, number 23, against one of the Tanners players, could have tacked on an extra 15.
Kalako spread out wide here to the right. Rolling right is Quayle looking downfield. Deep pass to number 1. Tyler Parrish completed the 40 down to the 33-yard line. We've got a flag down back in the backfield. That will be coming back.
We'll take a look at this. This is going to drive me nuts. We're not going to see it.
We won't see it, but I suspect it's going to be a hold.
You know, just coming off.
Flag is thrown back there against an offensive team. It's usually a hold.
Just coming off of that comment about some after the play unsportsmanlike stuff, and now they're going to bring this back on a hold on a wide open play there. Absolutely ridiculous call. But we will say, you know, we're looking at that regardless of the hold, whether it was an extra second or not. We're seeing these wide receivers for the Tanners get open against this Reading secondary, and I think that Coach Belcher is probably seeing the same thing that we're seeing. And I think we're going to have a fun night watching Quayle toss this ball around.
And he's doing it well from out of the pocket. In the past 4 games, for the most part, he stayed in the pocket, but tonight he's moving out to his right and has been successful, as BJ just mentioned. Quick pitch out here to the right for a quick number 31.
Yeah, that's Ludwig taking that carry again, and once again Colin Conifer with the tackle, initial contact there. This kid's all over the place.
He picks up about 4 yards as the end of the first quarter. We've changed fields now, and at the end of the first quarter here at Conley Stadium, the score is Reading 14, Woburn 3.
Yeah, so as we wait for them to kind of switch things around, what do you think here in the second quarter, Bill? I think that, as we just talked about a little bit, we're going to see Woburn start throwing the ball a little bit more, which will be interesting because definitely on offense for the first 4 weeks of the season, it's been Ludwig has been their main point of interest in terms of offensively moving the ball.
Well, I think in the first series they saw that Reading was keying on Ludwig, so he's put the ball in the air. It's important, I think, for Woburn to come back in this drive, pick up a couple of first downs. After that quick return of the kickoff for a touchdown, Woburn needs to reestablish its offense, take some time off the clock, and move some chains and pick up some yardage, whether on the ground or in the air.
Sure, absolutely. You know what I'm doing that right now, Bill? I'm looking through this Reading roster, and this is a fast, a quick, light defense for the Reading Rockets here. I'm not seeing a lot of these big bodies that we've seen in the past couple weeks when we saw Belmont and Arlington come in here with some of these 250, 275-pound kids.
Whaley now is just dropping back, breaking out of the pocket, looks down the field, incomplete to number 13. We get no flag, so he didn't. Here we go. He was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the pass. The linesman waited a few minutes, checked to where the pass was thrown. Let's take a look and see if we can see the replay. But it appears that he was beyond the line of scrimmage, which was the 28, let's call it.
Yeah, I think we might have missed the replay on that one, but yeah, it looks like that's what they're calling, and that's always an easy one to call for the ref. So I won't doubt anything on that. Still a good play, nice throw, nice comeback there. Was it Parrish that caught the ball?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's good to see that they're in sync. Just gotta let the ball go a little bit, and Quayle should actually acknowledge that sometimes, you know, once he got past, he had 4 or 5 people behind him. Might be a good time to just run the ball, take it out down the sideline, grab 7 yards.
Okay, now that was a 5-yard penalty, but along with the penalty, loss of down. So it's now 3rd down, 3rd and 20 plus. That's 2 completions, 2 good completions that were called back. 3rd and long. Really back to pass in the pocket. Looks downfield, plenty of time. Still looking. Evades the tackler. Let's go. Completion And that should be enough for the first down.
Yeah, Kalako got it.
The first down. I'd challenge the spot if he doesn't give him the first down, I'd challenge the spot.
No, I think they're going to give him the first down.
He had the line to gain. So that'd be a 22-yard completion. It's a third long completion that Quayle has made in the last sequence, and only unfortunately, the only one that was allowed.
Yeah, it goes without saying, but we'll say it anyway. Anytime you get that kind of protection by the offensive line for the Tanners, I mean, Quayle was going back and forth to different sides of the field, and he didn't even get touched. Great job by the Woburn offensive line.
This time, Quayle keeps it quick up the middle. Taking it down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. About another 20-yard pickup. This time on the ground by senior quarterback and captain Ryan Quayle.
Yeah, it was plenty of good blocks on that play, but the one that stuck out was number 66, Patrick Allen. He actually came back. He was a little bit downfield, came back to the right side of the line to get Quayle an extra couple feet, able to spring him out for that extra 10 or 12 yards.
Quayle is a big quarterback. What is he? If you listen to about 6'3" rather. 6'3". So once he gets motoring, okay, Woburn's going to call timeout. The 30-second timeout. We've put together a decent drive considering the penalties that they've had to withstand. So they've done fairly well in this drive, and I think Coach Belcher wants to make sure that they catch their breath. Every player knows what their call is coming up. And again, to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, and we talk about it every week, but when you have this many timeouts, it's good to use them for things like this, to catch your breath. They ran 3 plays there in just a short amount of time, so let these guys, especially on that last play where Quayle was dodging around and the offensive linemen are probably a little bit gassed, give them a breather.
3 receivers out here to the left, really stacked way out here to the left. Quayle he's going to call, that was a quick, the Woburn line moved a little too quickly. That's what you don't want after a timeout. So we've got a procedure penalty against Woburn. Play was blown dead. Make it 1st and 15.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was called on. I'm assuming it was somebody on the right side of the offensive line for the Tanners because of where the flag was thrown, but
I think it was more than one play. I think 2 or 3 of them jumped too quick. Again, after a timeout, one of the things you want is discipline. Discipline is knowing what the count is and not getting too excited. We got it 1st and 15 from their own 38-yard line. Quayle back to pass. Looks over here on the screen. Downfield, complete to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, it's Cruz again, able to come back for the ball. He recognized the broken play. Smart decision here by Alex Cruz to come back and help out his quarterback in distress.
We got a flag here in the middle. Let's see what not going to bring it back. Ineligible downfield. I don't know.
I mean,
that was called by the umpire.
I'm not even sure how that really works. You could probably explain it.
Is that the 4th penalty in this drive?
I'm not sure. You might be able to explain it. After a broken play, what is an ineligible guy downfield? What does that mean?
That means that the pass is made thrown. He can't be downfield. Lineman has to stay on the line of scrimmage until the quarterback passes the line of scrimmage. Okay, we got 1st down and 20 now. Screen pass out here to Parrish, coming across the middle, picks up about 1 or 2 yards. A flare pass out here on the side. That'll bring up 3rd down. Penalties have hurt the Tanners badly here on this drive.
Yeah, especially like you mentioned, that first one after the timeout kind of took that momentum, took the wind out of the sail type of thing. But this offense has plenty of potential to gain those big yard plays. So we'll see what they decide to do here on looks like 2nd and 22 according to the scoreboard. And
I'll take the 22. It'll be
out to the right.
pass out to the Parrish to the 35-yard line where he's brought down after a gain of about 9.
Yeah, Parrish is going to get open every single time if they keep doing this one-on-one with him.
Reading is not running, defense is running a 4-3, and the forward linemen are being held up. Woburn's offensive line is doing an excellent job of giving Quayle the time. And as you know, he's probably completed 7 or 8 passes with having 3 of them called back.
Yep.
So they'll go forward with 3rd down, 3rd and 13-ish from the 36 of Reading.
And there's no press coverage here from the Reading defense either. You should be able to get one of these receivers open for 10 yards.
Out here to the side, a little over the fingertips.
Yeah, it was a little bit outside there, a little too long.
Number 10.
Yeah, that was Quayle's again. Fingers on the ball, have to make the catch. What's the rule on that, Bill, for a receiver?
I think Quayles could use another 3 or 4 inches on height on that one. That was a little over his head. Woburn will go for it on the 4th down.
Yeah, I like this call by Belcher.
Let's see what he's do. He's putting his punting team out there.
I still like the idea of going for it.
On the 36-yard line, there are 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
Looks like Ludwig's doing the kicking.
Ludwig will do the kicking. Into the end zone, bringing it back out to the 20, which would be about a 15-yard gain on the kick. Got a Reading bounce as it bounced about on the 8 or 9-yard line and then went into the end zone. Reading didn't have anybody back. Not taking any chances. Okay, with 7 minutes and 10 seconds left, Reading takes over on their own 20-yard line. After Woburn, I thought would consider a successful drive. Take away those, they probably racked up 80 yards on offense, but they also racked up about 30 yards, 40 yards in penalties.
Yeah, similar to the drive that we saw in the first quarter where they had that one big play. They ended up settling for 3. This time they didn't get any points, but they're definitely capable of moving the ball against this Reading defense.
Quick flare-out pass, incomplete to the outside.
Yeah, went right through Javon Notellis' hands. You see the replay here. Not necessarily going to gain any yards by this, but even just tipping that ball up makes it a little bit dangerous.
No, that's a pass that should have been caught. It's one thing to touch it with your fingertips, but that went through the palm of his hand. So a break for Woburn, 2nd and 10 for Reading. Quick handoff up the middle, big yards. That will be about a foot short. So it'll be 3rd and 9, 3rd and 1 at the 34-yard line, about a foot short. They had to go to the 30 to line to gain.
Yeah, again, that was Masucci number 15.
Quarterback keep. Pushed himself over the line. Reading did a quick hurry up on the line, down, quarterback keep. It was sort of a Tom Bradley play.
Tom Bradley?
Okay. Tom Bradley? Tom Brady. Tom Bradley played basketball about 40 years ago. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line, 32-yard line. Long count for Reading. Quick pass out here to the side. Too quick. Number 5. Wide open. Got a whole field in front of him. Number 5. Jamel Norlis.
That was Javon Norlis. Yeah, we'll see the replay here, Bill. This ball is thrown just a little bit behind his head. He's still able to come back and grab it. Big hands. Nice catch there and run.
And once he got free, there was no catching him.
Couple jabs to the right and pops out to the outside. Very nice play.
One of the things we talked about last week and we talked earlier tonight is not giving up the big play. It's something that Woburn has done, unfortunately, consistently throughout the season. And that's the second big play by Reading, resulting in 14 points.
Yeah, that on top of the kick return for a touchdown.
Kick up. Kick is good. Luke Foots putting it through the uprights. 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, and Reading runs out to a 21-3 lead over Woburn High School here at Conley Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, still a lot of time here, right at the exact six minute mark. And we're going to have a situation where Woburn's on the other end of a lopsided first half here. Last week against Arlington, they were up 21-0, eventually 21-3, and 21-7 going into the second half. Tonight, the opposite. So we'll see how they come back. Woburn's been able to move the ball pretty steadily against this Reading defense. They haven't necessarily been able to put the points up that they've wanted to. They got that one field goal. But we'll see what they can do here. They have the same backfield, or the same people returning. Marcus Quayle's number 10, and of course Ryan Ludwig, number 31. So we'll see if they can get some decent field position and let Quayle lead this offense down the field. Again, it seems like that's what they're leaning towards in terms of the passing game. I think they have a huge advantage against this Reading secondary. I hope they continue to put this ball in the air against this team.
Well, the good news for the maybe for the Tanners is the fifth official. The referee has shown up a little bit late, but he has arrived. So the kick is up, and it's shot kick picked up by number 84, brought down quickly.
Perfect. Great job by the Tanners there. Who was that? Number 84, was that Cruz?
That was Cruz, 84.
Great job by them. And the Woburns going to start out now around the 38-yard line. Great field position, plenty of time in this first half, 6 minutes, a little under. They need to throw the ball, and they need to throw the ball a lot. And I disagree with your comment about the extra official. I think I've had about enough of these 4. I would have rather it gone down to 3 and just let these kids play some football.
Well, the penalties. For a quick seven-man line.
Stuffed.
Reading quickly. They've been playing a 4-3.
You take a look at Jeremy Rush, number 14.
Yeah.
He's behind the line before Ludwig even gets the ball on that play.
Woburn set up in a running formation, and Reading quickly went into a 7-man front. So I think Woburn's going to have to spread them out a little bit if they want to spread that defense out.
I'm telling you, number 1, Parrish versus Jake D'Agostino, the captain. Although I don't like it on this play. Looks like he's got some safety help.
Ooh, that was, he was hit a little bit ahead of time. It's enough for the first down.
Yeah, Colaco's got those good hands, though.
If you look at this pass, you'll see that he was hit right. I didn't quite see it, but he was hit before the ball arrived. Still held on to it for the first down. Could have been the penalty call on that one, but we don't care because it's 1st and 10 for their own 50-yard line. Clock is running with 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Woburn moving the ball.
I'd like to see them spread Colaco out a little bit, a little screen pass, get him a couple blockers. Ludwig, rather, not Colaco, I'm sorry, number 31. Sack lunch.
Quayle is sacked on that play,
quick.
bringing the ball just about to the back to the line of scrimmage, making it third down. That'll be second down, 2nd and 10 from their 49-yard line, 2nd and 11 if they want to.
I didn't catch the name on that, but that was number 99 for the excuse me, Rockets. Initial contact on there. I'll try to get a name on him. He's not on their current roster. He's still in there. You can see him on the right side of the defensive end here.
Rayleigh back in the pocket, back to pass, looks downfield. Pass is complete to the 43-yard line for a gain of about 8.
Nice catch by Quills there, and that's the first time we're talking about number 17, Colin DeRoss, for the junior for the Rockets.
Third down for Woburn. Most of the offense tonight has been in the air.
It's more fun that way, Bill.
Reading defense has pretty much stopped the run up until this point. Whaley's taking it up the middle. Has the first down by about 3 or 4 yards. 1st and 10. Woburn will now take the ball from their own.
You know what I love about this play, Bill? Look at this tackle. No helmets, no shoulders, just straight arms. He knows who he's going against. He's going against the quarterback. Nothing egregious about that tackle. These coaches are doing a good job teaching these kids how to make a tackle without absolutely blowing people up like we see every night on Sunday.
Twin receivers left and right for Woburn. In motion, number 10. Fake handoff to
Give it back
10.
to him. Give it to him. Quills.
Too late for him. Pass downfield. Complete. Another completion.
Colaco.
Gain about 15 yards to Colaco. Plenty of time for quarterback Ryan Quayle. The offensive line is doing a great job. Let's get who we got in the offensive line. We got Peter Cole there at center doing a great job.
Yeah, so I think it.
Patrick Allen's out there. How about Nick Coviello? Is Coviello out there? Let's take a look at some of those numbers on that offensive line.
Yeah, I'll see if I
Doing a
can
good job.
grab
63s out there. That's Coviello. They're doing a heck of a job of giving Quayle time. Quayle's riding out to
That's a
his
hold.
left.
That is a hold. Tell you what, Bill, I don't know if we're going to see it on the replay, but Ludwig absolutely gets wrapped up off of this play by number 17 by Colin DeRoos. We're not going to see it on the left side there. Just pulling out the jersey. That's terrible.
Okay, that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10 from the 20, we'll call it the 23-yard line. Once again, that offensive line out there is giving 66s out there. I think isn't that Lynch?
No,
Yeah,
66 is the captain.
Patrick Allen.
Yep.
Coviello. Cole.
Parrish.
Out here for the Ludwig out to the side.
Oh, nice
Breaks
move.
through.
Woo! Let's
Right
take a
out
look
to
at, we'll see the replay on this. I think somebody's ankles just got broken. Watch this play, fake inside and seal it. I'm going out. See ya. I don't know who that was. Number 4 possibly. Yeah, it was Sean Fisher. He's been in a lot of
Flare
plays.
pass out there to Ludwig. Picks up the 1st down. Just on the 5-yard line. So Woburn will have the ball on the 5. 1st and goal with plenty of time. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Plenty of time because Woburn still has his 4 timeouts.
I feel like somebody just mentioned getting Ludwig out on the screen.
I think I heard that.
Yep.
That time the pocket broke down. 29.
I think it was actually, was it 29 or 28? It was either Max Moremos or Dan DeMare. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, wow. Didn't even see him.
That was a linebacker coming in. So Reading's answer to the Woburn offensive line is to start stunting a little bit and maybe even a blitz coming from the outside.
Yeah, I think that might
outside
have been,
linebacker.
I'm not sure if that was 51. I'm not sure if that was Langlois that missed that tackle on the weak side there, but that's okay. No harm, no foul to Quayle. So we'll back the Tanners up a little bit to around the 22nd and 12. So they still have a ability to get a 1st down without getting in the end zone.
Well,
Plenty of time, plenty of timeouts.
Belcher's going to call a timeout. He's
Yep.
going to use one of his timeouts. Again, we want to talk about that offensive line. We got to add number 56, Keith Shilalau, who's done a great job of protecting Quayle this first half. That last was breakdown, I think, was pretty much on the stunt, a linebacker stunt or a blitz. It's been the only way that they've been able to get at him. So I think maybe Coach Belcher's going to have to take a look at his blocking assignments. Maybe hold a back in there.
Yeah, if they decide they want to start continue throwing the ball like this, yeah, I don't see any harm in keeping somebody in on the line. These receivers have proven that they're able to get away from some of these defensive backs for the Rockets, and at the same time, the Rockets are giving them those short yards. They're not playing anything up on the line. They're not playing any push and run. They want to take 3, 4, 5 yards per turn. We'll just march down the field.
I think with Woburn's been able to put 5 receivers out, at least 4 receivers out on every play, and sometimes 5, leaving the backfield empty. If they're going to start blitzing or start stunting their linebackers, I think they may have to keep it back in to continue to give Quayle the time, because given the time, he's finding his receivers. On that last one, he was waiting for the receiver down in the right corner to break.
Yeah.
He was looking at him, and by the time the receiver broke free, unfortunately, Quayle had been wrapped up.
You almost wonder if they're going to try to let these guys kind of get some pressure at this distance to the goal and let Quayle just run the ball right up the middle if they spread it out. But they're gonna keep everything tight here.
Once again, they collapsed the pocket.
Yeah, it was
with the linebackers. Once again, they stunted their linebackers on that one.
There was 77 who's not on their roster made initial contact, but the actual tackle was made by 57 Dan O'Connor for the Rockets sophomore. Nice play by the Rocket defense there. Definitely not something you want to see again. We saw a penalty after the last time out. Now we see a sack after this time out. Not a great job there by the Tanners in terms of play calling coming out of a pause in the game.
I think you're going to see it again if Quayle is in the passing situation. Keep an eye on the linebackers and see what they do. They're dropping back. They're allowing him to drop. Ooh, knocked down the last second.
He had Quells out there.
33. Nice play, defensive play by number 30. Was that 33? Pat Conroy knocked it down at the last minute. Fourth down. Fourth and goal. They started this on the sequence of downs on the 5-yard line, so it's 4th and goal.
Yeah, I said it last time. I'll say it again. I think it's a good call to go for on this. You still have a chance to get a first down without getting into the end zone. As you said, Bill, it's 4 yards or.
No, it's 4th and goal.
Oh, is it 4th?
4th and goal from the 15. So, but you haven't come this far. They've done well. You don't want to give up. You go for it. You go for it. Put the ball up. Parrish out of bounds. Unfortunately, the pass was out of bounds, even if he had caught it. So the ball gets turned over to Reading on downs with 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. Reading leading 21-3.
Yeah, normally you'd expect a team to maybe with this kind of a lead just kind of take it easy, go into the half with a 18-point lead, but the way Reading's offense has been able to move the ball, I expect them to go full force against this Woburn defense and make them hold them inside their own zone.
I think what you'll the first play of the series will dictate what they do. If they pick up some good yardage, I can see them using their 5 timeouts. Forte has shown a strong foot, so maybe get them in field goal range, but let's see what they can do with 55 seconds and 5 timeouts remaining. Back to pass. Said Heller going deep. Caught by number 33, Pat Conroy, all of the way for the score. Well, I said we would have to see what they do in the first down, and they did. Another big play against the Pinners.
That's a good toss there by the Reading quarterback.
An 85-yard touchdown pass. He turned the defender, number 4, Terrell Jones, turned him around.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Jones wasn't looking at the ball. By the time he caught up with the ball, Conroy had it.
Yeah, it was a tough play for Jones on that one. Going against a speedy and big 6'2", 210 Pat Conroy. He's still got some gears on him. Terrible. All right, that's fine.
Locked.
Let's see if that extra point comes back to bite them.
Well, with a 27-3 lead.
What is this?
It's
Is there a flag on the play?
Yeah. Offside.
Are you kidding me? These guys. Is this the same guy from last week? It is.
Yeah.
It is the same guy. I recognize the shape.
Yeah.
Can't say that on my.
Half the distance to go. I don't think Reading's had a penalty called on them tonight. Woburns been racking them up left and right. At important times. That may not now be, at one point may not be important, but.
No, but you never know. We saw the same thing last week against Arlington. Woburn had the same situation, had a big lead going into the half, and Arlington was able to bounce back.
Reading will now go for 2. Now that they're a yard and a half closer to the goal line, he's going to go for 2. Delay of game. Delay of game, a 5-yard penalty. This is that was a foolish call. The referee calls a delay of game, 5-yard penalty, bringing it out to the 8 down. Reading will now kick for the extra point. That was if you're going to call a delay of game in high school football, you probably should call it a dozen times a day. They have 40 seconds from the time the ball is put in play.
Let's see if Woburn gets some pressure
Ball
again.
down, the kick is up, and this time the kick is good. So Reading has 1 more point to go ahead, 28-3 with 42 seconds remaining here in the clock. We, I don't like to question officials too often because it's a tough job down there, but that's a penalty that if you see it called once every 5 weeks, and that one, it has to be an obvious delay of game. So I'm not sure that was was the right call.
Yeah, we harp a little bit, but there's been quite a few whistles, quite a few flags tonight, and you just kind of wonder where they're coming from, whether it's an offsides call on an extra point, on a blocked extra point. I suppose we might have seen the replay. That might have been the reason for the block, but in any case, Woburn's trailing by 25 points with 43-ish going in left in the half. We'll see what they decide to do. Starting out in the second half, in terms of offense, they still have a chance. We have three timeouts left.
Well, Woburn has moved the ball.
They have been able to
down
move
the
the
field.
ball.
The only trouble is the penalties have just killed them.
Yep.
It's ruined 3 good drives. Actually, 4 good drives.
Well, we'll see if they can get good field position
Luke
starting off
Forbes
again.
With the kind of a squibbler. Woburn return man heading to the right side. Right down at the 35-yard line.
Good tackle there. Number 20, I think. Might be the first time we talked about him, Dante Barboza. So with 3 timeouts and 36 seconds from around the 35-ish, we're calling it.
From around 35.
What do you think? Woburn can get a couple extra points on the board. Even a field goal would help now.
I think, again, on the first down, he's going to give it a shot. Quayle has, for the most part, except for that last couple of plays, has had plenty of time in the pocket.
No, Reading's
There's only
expecting
three.
it. There's only
Reading's
3.
only got 3 defensive linemen.
Oh, boy.
Fumble.
Yeah, I think that's going to probably do it for the half.
I think at that point, you let the clock run out. Yeah, if you'd gotten something on that draw play, you might have been talking about doing something else. But I think with 12 seconds of the clock running, you're just going to run it down. Woburn will get the ball to open up the second half, if there's any advantage, with 3 seconds, 2-1. And that's the end of the first quarter. That's the first half here at Conley Stadium, with Reading leading Woburn 28-3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's contest between the Reading Rockets and the Woburn Tanners, here from the Woburn Public Media booth at Conley Stadium. I'm Bill Callahan, and with me is BJ Callahan to give you the play-by-play. Score at halftime is Reading 28, Woburn 3.
Yeah, Bill, we're here for the second half, and as you just mentioned, quoting the scoreboard there, 28-3, Woburn's got a lot of points to come back on. They're coming out a little hot-tempered coming out of the locker room here. They're all jumping around looking to get back into this game. We were talking a little bit at halftime, you know, what do they need to do to get back in this game, right? So we couldn't come up with a lot of things except for, of course, they need to stop these big plays. Reading has had too many big plays. It started in the first quarter with that return. I'm not sure if it was a kick or a punt for a touchdown, and they've had a couple long touchdown plays. You know, just putting those 7 points on the board, and Woburn's got to try to figure out a way to stop that from happening. And, of course, they need to keep passing the ball. They've had a lot of success throwing the ball here, and these wide receivers are able to get open on this Reading secondary. and we'll see if they are able to keep that up. If they want to continue that, we'll see what Coach Belcher told them during the timeout during the second halftime there.
Woburn moved the ball in the air consistently in the first half. What killed them was probably, 75, 85 yards worth of penalties. Each of the long possessions were destroyed by penalties. Okay, Woburn will get the ball first. Reading is kicking left to right. Woburn will receive the kickoff, defending the south goal. Squib kick, recovered by Woburn. Two Woburn players jumping in the ball. So Woburn will take over about on the 33-yard line, I think, the 33 or 34, 1st and 10.
Based on the way the refs were calling that first half, I'm not sure how a flag wasn't called on that. After the ball was already down there by the Woburn Tanners, you saw a Reading defensive player come in after the play, but that's fine. We'll start from scratch here and right around the 32, 33-yard line, clearly in the center.
Pretty much
there's that triple
formation.
back.
Quick handoff.
Oof.
No
Goodness
gain.
Gracious. That was Jake D'Agostino, the captain. Take a look at this replay, Bill. Oof. Great tackle.
It was is that Dane Liebert, number 25, that took the hit. The Woburn has had very little success running the ball. When they set up in a run formation as they did that time, Reading is just stacking the box with 7 or 8 defenders. So they've got to loosen the Reading up like they have now. They've got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quayler's rotated right to the left, right here. Passes incomplete, almost intercepted there. Number 4 for Woburn.
Yeah, he's
Terrell
going for
Jones
Cruz.
was open.
Or it was Jones, I'm sorry.
A nice defensive play by number 4 for
Yeah, that was Sean Fisher. We talked about him
Yeah.
too much tonight. He's all over the field. He's coming up the middle. He's getting in the backfield, and now he's dropping back, covering wide receivers.
he got up in the air and knocked that pass down to Terrell Jones, number 4. Again was had him by a couple of steps.
They're listing Fisher at 5'10", 160. I believe the height, but I don't believe the weight. I think he's built a little too big to be only 160. Oh boy.
We got a procedure penalty. Number 10 for Woburn, Marcus Quell, is moving much too quick.
Now, just to prove that I'm not completely biased against the refs, I think that was a good call.
It was an easy call. Once again, it's the discipline. It's focusing and discipline.
Especially after an incomplete pass like that, the clock stopped. You have a chance to kind of reset yourself. That's a tough 5 yards, 2nd and 15.
Yep. That'll be back to
Tyler.
pass again.
Oh my goodness.
Almost
That is
intercepted.
a very, very fortunate situation. That should have been 6 points for a pick for D'Agostino, number 8 for Reading.
That ill-advised throw. There were 4 Reading defenders against 2 Woburn receivers. That was not. Unfortunately, Quayler was looking at that area of the field the whole time.
And I was actually myself. I was looking down towards our side of the field, the short side, and there was a couple of receivers who were open, but that would have been across his body and not a wise pass either. He's got to try to stay in that pocket.
Ludwig punting. But the punt takes a Woburn bounce, picked up on the 35-yard line. Finally brought down after picking up about 15 yards in the return. Good return by the Reading team, bringing the ball over the 50. We'll start off with great field position on the Woburn 48-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was Cruz on the tackle there, although there was several Tanners involved. But once again, the Rockets are going to start right around the 50-yard line, like you said, Bill, and good field position, and they've been moving the ball easily. One thing I don't think we've seen quite a bit tonight is Woburn putting some extra guys on the line, a little blitz action. We saw a couple stunts like you mentioned in the second quarter. We'll see if they try to get some more pressure on the quarterback, force that quick throw.
Rolling right here, the quarterback throws it up in the air, way out of bounds.
We'll take a look at this replay, Bill. That was number 8, Dane Lieber for the Tanners. I'm not sure if we're going to see it. Blindside, he got a real good hit on the Reading quarterback there.
Matt Sinelli, yeah.
Yep.
As he released the ball, as a matter of fact, it had some effect on the release and caused it to be out of bounds. Sinelli, again, going long, trying to beat that those quarterbacks. Got a little shifting, changing in the quarterbacks with number 18 now for Woburn. Bob Concannon now playing safety at the corner for Woburn against Marcus Quayles. Against
Yeah, we've seen Bobby Concannon quite a bit this season. We haven't talked about him too much tonight. I'm not sure if that's just because he had good coverage or he hasn't been on the field.
But they bring him in here at left corner, and now they're quick handoff up the middle. Side steps for a gain of about 5 yards.
Usually when you're on defense, if you don't hear the defender's name, that means they're doing their job right, and then that's just how it works. He's going to stay there. He's playing corner. He's looks like he's going to get lined up against number 8. Take a look at it. He's covering D'Agostino again here, one-on-one.
Santilli in the shotgun formation. Third down, third and about 6.
Nice.
Looks it quick over the middle. Quick completion.
This is the same kid.
And he's got plenty of room on the outside.
That's Conroy again. This kid is a monster. Conroy, sorry.
Not only did he
they're lying
make the catch, but there was a great block downfield there.
That kid is not 210.
And if you look at it, on the replay, not only was a good throw and catch, but Reading had 3 blockers out leading the way.
Well, yeah, and Woburn brought some pressure there too, so they were a little shallow on the secondary there.
However,
are we going to get a break here, Bill?
Yeah, and
you can hear in our background. We haven't mentioned it yet, really too much, but the crowd here is pretty large, and
what we're gonna have is a block in the back against the defense, against the Reading. The block took place about the 10-yard line, so it's a spot foul. It's marched off from the spot of the infraction. So it takes 6 points off the board, but Reading will come out.
I'm not sure what you do against this Conroy kid.
Once again, in a true receiver to the left for Reading. Quarterback option, pitch number 15 for a pickup of about 5.
Nice tackle there by Kalako. We'll see on the replay. And again, you see Conroy coming on the left side, lead block.
I think that's the first time we've seen that option play, the via. Quick pitch for a gain of 5. Be second down, second and a shot 5, excuse me.
Yeah, see
Reading on the Woburn 20-yard line.
They move Conroy all the way out to the outside. This kid plays every single position on offense. This is going to be trouble, one-on-one.
Quick pitch to the outside. Out of bounds. Quick pitch out to the flare pass out to the side. A couple of Woburn defenders finally bringing the receiver out of bounds. A little bit short. About 2 yards short of the first down. Will be third down, 3rd and 2. Reading will have the ball inside the Woburn 20, about the 18-yard line. Quickly up to the huddle, quarterback keeper. To see what they spotted, I think they're going to give him the...
Yeah, he should definitely have it. Probably by a yard even.
Well, no sign yet. I think they're going to put the ball down and take a look.
Yep, that'll do it.
First down, moving the chains. First and 10, and the quarterback picked up the 2 yards on the quarterback keeper. Not the play they used earlier in the game, and it was successful then, and it was successful now. Receivers left and right.
33 is by himself. Take a look at the back corner of the end zone, Bill.
Quick handoff up the middle. Swung by the Woburn Tigers for no gain.
Take a look here. They're going against. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to go off tackle there. Going off number 52, another captain, Tyler Perillo. We've talked about him a couple times tonight.
Woburn defense standing strong. Number 53 is out there. Peter Cole, 51. David Langway doing a good job of stopping that play. That'll bring second down, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they've moved Conway up to the top side over to the left of the quarterback. They've been going left the whole time. Might just be a little decoy.
Quick handoff.
Yeah, it's right to Conway.
The counter. Wide open.
Yeah.
Enough for the first down. Close to the goal line, but
take a look at this. Same play that we see in the NFL every year.
3 blockers, a power sweep, just cutting in, following his blockers. He's following his blockers right to the 2-3-4 line.
So where are we at? We're at 1st and goal from right around the 8-yard line.
Yeah, that's about the 4-yard line, Bill.
4.
We're on the 4-yard line.
Yep.
1st and goal from the 4 for Reading as they've marched down the field after stopping Woburn's first possession of the half. Quick handoff up the middle. Stop short of the goal line, but a pickup of about 2 or 3. It looks
nice
like
run there by Masucci, number 15.
About the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 2 for Reading.
Not sure what we're doing here. Looks like they're trying to get the calls. They're going to have to call a timeout.
And Reading's going to call a timeout, 2nd and 2.
They were trying to get the call in from the sideline. I don't think they were able to do it.
Reading's been able to pick up small yardage, but just enough on the ground to keep the chains moving.
Yeah, this is almost exactly the opposite of what we saw in the first half. They're just kind of moving the ball play by play rather than those big plays that we talked about as the keys to the second half.
But also eating up time on the clock.
Yep.
Okay, now Reading's up the line of scrimmage to the 2-yard line. In the shotgun.
I think he's going to keep it.
He is going to keep it and dash in untouched for the touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run by captain and senior quarterback Nat Sinella.
Yeah, I mean.
Untouched.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. Not really sure what else to say.
Ball down, kick is up, kick is good. So with 4 minutes and 56 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter, Reading pulls out to a very strong and impressive 35-3 lead over the Woburn Tanners.
Yeah, I mean it's a combination of a lot of things. Actually, it's really not a combination of anything. It's just offensive. I mean, this team is moving the ball whatever they feel like. Woburn's moved the ball like we talked about a few times tonight, and they just haven't been able to put the points up.
The penalties hurt them dramatically in that first half. They had at least two, if not 3 good drives that were beaten back by. They should have 21 points on the board without those penalties, and going into halftime, 28-21 is a different score.
I was going to say, and absolutely, even with the same amount of time that's been taken off the clock and et cetera, we could still see a 35-21 game, and we'd still be 4:56. It's not like there's been a whole lot of back and forth here. Just some missed opportunities for the Tanners, and that's unfortunate, but you know, there's still a quarter and a half left, so we'll see what they can do. Crazier things have happened.
Kick is up this time. It's a deep kick taken at the 5-yard line.
Wow.
Who's that number 10?
No, that was number 6. Oh yeah, it was It was Quails on the kick
Quails on
return,
the
but it was
return.
number 6, Jamil Notillis, one of the twins. You'll see the replay here. Billy just wraps him up. See ya.
Gets him high around
Nice job.
with the arm.
Yep.
Brought down at the 25-yard line, so about a 20-yard return. Woburn will take over on their 20. Well, decided they're going to move it back to the 23-yard line.
Shocking.
First and 10. Quayle in the shotgun. Hands it off to number 10. Around right side, brought down after about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
That was Jeremy Roche, number 14 on the tackle. We'll see the replay here. This Reading team knows how to hit. I mean, these kids aren't getting anywhere. Horizontal on that tackle. Nice job. I'm trying to highlight all the guys that I talk about for Reading on my roster here, Bill, and I'm starting to run out of ink here. They're playing a lot of kids on this Reading defense and offense.
I suspect that they've gone a little bit onto the bench. Shot hopping pass intended for number 13 for Woburn.
Yeah, just a little short for Kalako, trying to get outside. He was covered by 28. Dan DeMare, who we talked about a couple times. That's the thing. I don't even think I'm crossing off some of these bench players. I think these are just starters that are playing all over the field. This defense for Reading is very impressive. They're fast. They're big. They don't miss tackles.
Third down, 3rd and 5. Quick out pass out to the Kawako. Brought down after a gain of maybe about 1.
That was a similar play. That was to Ludwig, number 31. That screen pass that we saw in the second quarter down the other side of the field where they ended up getting that touchdown. He tried to do the same play, except last time he faked inside, went out. This time he tried to fake out, came in, but he still got wrapped up around the ankles.
It'll be 4th down, and Woburn will punt from their own 29-yard line. We've got 33 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Ludwig back to do the punting. Decent kick coming down to the 40, taking at the 35. Good block there. Good return, bringing it back to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, there was some pretty solid contact there between Dane Lamp. Who was it? Was it number 9? I'm not sure, actually, now that I look at it.
For Woburn?
Yeah, I thought it was number 9 that made that that block. No replay, so we won't see it, but that's okay.
Okay, Reading taking over on their own 48, 1st and 10, with 30 seconds remaining.
Double back. You can expect Reading to do some significant. Oh, wow. Already. Oh, there it is.
Nice sack.
There's Dane Liebert right there, number 8. I'll tell you what, that's what they need. He has a replay, Bill. He's in the backfield instantaneously. Call that foul, too. I guess it would decline anyway with the sack, but still. Not even a flag.
Defensive coordinator for Woburn, Jeff McGrath, dialing up a little bit of a safety, I call it a safety blitz, as he moved number 8 up there, and that's they're gonna 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I was wrong. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Quick handoff up the middle, stumbling forward, fighting away for another 2 or 3 yards, bringing up 3rd down, 3rd and 10 for Reading.
Yeah, it looks like the last man off the pile there for Woburn was Dylan Thompson, number 2. But once again, number 8, Dane Liebert, was the first one to get his hands on the ankle, slowing up number 15, I believe, was running the ball. Masucci. Timeout,
Woburn. Woburn's calling his first time out of the second half with 1:47 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good call, I think. This is a pretty significant play considering how completely out of hand this game could get. Third and long situation for the Rockets, who wants to make sure that they have the right defensive plan in place for to force Reading to punt this ball back to the Tanner offense. You think the referee that showed up late gets paid the same as the guys that showed up on time?
I'm afraid he probably will. Depends on to see what his time card says when he turns in.
When they punch the clock?
I would imagine the commissioner will have to talk with him.
Yeah.
It's expected that you're here an hour before game time, not a half an hour after
not an
game
hour
time.
after.
3rd and 10. Rolling out to the left. Santarelli is up. Goes deep. This is his receiver down there. Is number...
I think that was number 5 for Reading. That was Javon Notellis, covered by Arthur Amaral. No chance on the catch. And hey, good call by the Tanners, Coach Belcher, to call that timeout, get a good defense in place, and Wuburn's going to get the ball back.
Reading will kick 35-3 lead.
Have we seen a Reading punt tonight?
This is the first punt tonight.
Yeah. See how he can do. Is it the same 21? Is it Lucas?
He was doing a good
Luke
job.
Forbes?
I was watching pregame.
He faked it. You son of a gun. Get there. Nice job. Don't let go. 45.
Down at the 50-yard line.
Anthony Morales. Take a look at this replay. He might take this ankle home with him. He wasn't letting go of this thing for anything. Yeah, we lost it, but that was a great play by Anthony Morales there. And look at this. Woburn on the other side of the field on the, or almost there, 49 on their own territory, but a minute and a half left. See if we can't get a quick 7 here. 35-10 going into the 4th. I'll take that.
Quayle in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 2
Keep
to
an
the
eye
right.
on Concannon down here on the short field, Doug.
Good time.
Give it to him. He's wide open. Nope.
No, incomplete.
Take a look here on the replay. He had him for a little bit, but he wasn't able to step. Oh, he got blocked by his own guy.
You got a flag. Yeah, you got a flag back here. What are we going to talk about here? I have a funny feeling it's going to be refereeing the pass, so let's see what he's...
It might have been defensive holding.
He's got a dead ball foul, roughing the passer.
Okay, I'll take it.
Against Reading. Yeah, his own man got blocked into him, but after he released the ball, he got taken down too. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for Woburn. Move the ball down to about the 36-yard line of Reading. First penalty that's gone against Reading, I think, today, isn't it?
I don't think it's the first, but seems like it.
They had the delay of game penalty there after. Yeah. I'm not sure they've had many penalties called today. That was the first one this half, anyways.
Oh, but that works out well for Woburn, and again, the receivers are getting open. It's just a matter of the offensive line giving them a couple extra seconds. Oh,
that's going to be a fumble. Recovered by Woburn. Ball was knocked out of Quayle's hands as he brought it back to throw.
I actually thought that was a lineman that fell on that ball, but that was Ludwig, and I guess it was a smart play to just kind of stay down with it, but if anyone's going to jump up with it, Ludwig is the guy to go.
I think what they've done is, as we suggested earlier, they decided to keep a running back in for blocking. There was a series there where Reading was doing a good job of getting through, so they've kept the blocker in. Okay, and he still has a end of the center now for Quayle. Quick pitch to the outside for Ludwig. Got some room, got some opening.
Nice tackle.
Picked up about 8-9 yards.
John DeMari, senior. Nice tackle here. Open field. Find a leg. That's all it is.
Okay, I think Wuburn's going to let the clock run down with 15 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They, unless they call a timeout, they won't run a playoff.
I think that might be a second pair of brothers that I'm seeing on this Reading team. We've been talking about Dan DeMari, the sophomore linebacker all night. Now I'm talking about John DeMari, the senior wide receiver linebacker.
Okay, the time has run out here in the third quarter. Reading still ahead, 35-3. We want to take a minute here, beginning of the third quarter, to thank the Woburn Public Media for bringing this Liberty Division game to you this evening. We have, I want to thank Brian Willett, the Executive Director, Lauren Coleman, Kristen Allen, Jennifer Gatta, and tonight's Executive Producer, Anthony Giglio. Again, thanks to the staff of Woburn Public Media, giving the citizens of Woburn an opportunity to see their football team in action from the comfort of their own living room.
Absolutely. They do a great job every week, and I believe this is going to be our last week for a couple weeks. Is that correct? Right.
This is the fifth home game, a very strange schedule this year, but first 5 home games, 5 games at home. Woburn will now go on the road. I think they go to Lexington and maybe it's Wakefield. I'm not sure who the second one is.
I'll take a look at that.
And at the end of the 7th week, the MIAA tournament begins, and we'll see where Woburn sits. Right now they're looking at a 2-3 record, but we'll see where they sit after the 7 games. Quayle in the shotgun to start off the fourth quarter. Kalako in motion. Quayle is a keeper, follows his blocker.
Jeez.
Hit at the 33-yard line, 34-yard line.
Sometimes there's plays, Bill, where it's just easier to name the people that didn't tackle the ball carrier there. And this is one of those situations. There was about 5 or 6 rockets on top of Quayle in that tackle. Didn't make much yardage there, and it looks like we're going to be fourth and
about 8.
Long.
Fourth and about 8, and again, it's with the score the way it is, you go for it. Once again, Quayle got 4 receivers and 1 back in. Straight back to pass, has the time, looking across the middle. And that's a, what are they going to call that one? That was a simultaneous catch. That ball should go to Woburn. I think if you look on the replay, you're going to see it's a simultaneous catch. And in a simultaneous catch, it goes to the offensive player. We've got the ball. We've got both of them with their arms around it.
I think regardless, it's with the 4th down scenario, it's going to be a turnover on downs.
It would have been a turnover on downs anyways. Okay. But the referee was awful.
Yeah, I still don't agree with the call whatsoever, but I guess either way, it's a turnover.
No, it's a simple call. Simultaneous catch, and that was both players with possession of the ball. It goes to the offensive player. Okay, 1st and 10 for Reading, and they'll take the ball on their own 25-yard line.
Gonna bring some pressure here. Yep.
Finally tripped up after a 1st down. I'm gonna go back a little bit to that last catch.
Go ahead.
The referee never signaled the catch either way. What he called was timeout, and I think he was they didn't make the line to gain, so it was a 1st down for Reading. So instead, he didn't give any signal in the catch just because the 1st down wasn't made. He turned the ball over to Reading. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't call it an interception.
That's good, because I'm sure Quayle's contract has incentives with.
Hey, there is. There's an incentive in there. Whether he'll be able to come back for a 5th year.
Nice tackle. Kalako coming in there with a little leg sweep. Nice play. You know, you see flashes on this defense. It's an impressive Reading offense, but this Woburn defense is putting up a pretty good fight here. They're still getting in the backfield occasionally. They're still making some tips on in the middle linebacker area. Just those big plays.
In the shotgun.
Yeah, they're going to bring some extra pressure, yeah.
With 2 defensive backs. Quick handoff up the middle. Brought down at the gain of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. They bring in number 46, I believe. I think 51 is the one that ends up making the actual tackle. Langlois again.
A little hesitation on Reading's part as to who's coming in and who's going out.
Bruce McNeil just came in to replace Dane Liebert here. We'll see what he's going to do. Looks like he's going to take that outside linebacker
Third
position.
and 3. Quick handoff. 33.
Wow.
Tripped up after a gain of about 8 or 9 for a first down. So Reading moves the chains.
Yeah, take a look at this replay. I think he actually loses the ball here, but he's still able to keep it in. It's number 23. That's Josh Williamson. We talked about him a couple times. I haven't highlighted him yet, though, so. Reading continues to move pretty quickly, keeping this Woburn defense on its toes.
Different set of running backs in there for Reading in this down. Quick handoff. Quick gainer for gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, that's Williamson again. He's just a little guy. It looks like 5'6", 175, and it shows when we see him against some of these offensive linemen and defensive linemen for the Tanners.
I think Reading is, if they had, 52, 54. They've cleaned their bench a little bit. 52 of those, the senior captain, Tyler Perillo, still in there as a tackle. So they do have some of their first stringers still in there.
Yeah, well,
quick handoff once again to Reading hard, number 2 there. Was that number 2?
No, that was number 6. That was Jamel Natellis. We've seen him a little bit. We'll see a replay here. He was playing the fullback position there, but he got the direct snap for the ball carry anyway. Yeah, you mentioned Perillo staying in the game. I don't think they're gonna take too many of these offensive linemen out of the game until they remove quarterback Matt Sanella. They still got to protect their prize piece here. They'll move some of these position players in and out, but until we see Sanella out of the game, these offensive linemen are going to stay there and make sure he doesn't get hurt by anybody.
Once again, they hand off.
Smothered.
No gain that time as the Woburn defensive. Who we get in there with DJ? We got
yeah, that was 63. That was
51 was in there on the tackle. That's
Nick Cavello, I think, was the first one to make contact, last one to get up. So we'll give him credit for that tackle.
As we also mentioned that Dave Langlois also in that tackle.
I feel like we should just assume that he's always in on every single tackle, because that's the way it seems. He's all over the field all the time for the Tanner defense.
Quick handoff out the outside and a power sweep, brought down.
Yeah, so they're not
number 81 for Woburn. That's Bruce McNeil, a senior, number 81, playing defensive end now for Woburn.
Yeah, so it looks like they would just give Masucci a little bit of a breather on that. He's right back in there for the running play for the Rockets on that one.
Sophomore, number 46, Jim Taff, in there also at linebacker. As Woburn's put a couple of their second string players in. Get some experience here on the varsity level. Quick hand on number 13 following his tackle for a gain of the guard tackle for a gain of about 4 or 5. Clock is running. It'll be 4th down, 4th and 5 for Reading.
Yeah, and this is just what Reading wants to do for the rest of the game. They'll just run the ball, and they're still making progress, moving the ball, getting the chains moving, and
getting the 4th down. Coach Belch is putting in Captain Patrick Allen in there, see if we can't do something to stop them. Get the ball back.
Yeah, this is probably the point.
I think Reading is going to call a timeout. They're just letting the clock run down. I can't imagine that they're going to punt. I think they'll go for it, and the 35-3 lead is either way.
I almost wonder if this is a situation where you give your, I guess, where are we looking at here? The 32, so that's a 39, 49-yard field goal. almost wonder if it's worth giving him a shot at practice. At this point, we're just trying to minimize injuries and try some new things, I think, on both sides of the ball. But it looks like they're going to bring, the regular offense out there.
Nassanelli is in the shotgun. Quick handoff out to the outside. Number 8, running out of space. He's going to be brought down short of the line to gain, and getting up tackle there along the sidelines.
Yeah, so I saw Concannon in there for sure, but I'm not sure. You can name a few others in there.
Cannon had cut down the edge and didn't give him any room here on the outside to make his turn. Woburn will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line with 3 minutes and 58 seconds remaining here in the game.
Yeah, so again, if you're the Tanners at this point, you kind of concede that the game is probably not going to result in a W, but there's nothing you can do about that. You can still go out there on offense, have some fun, sling it around, see if you can get some yards, get some points. The pressure's off at this point, so block for your quarterback, block for your running back. It looks like they're going to end up doing a couple running. Well, they get the double back here.
Quick handoff.
Nice run there by Colaco. Tackle up front. I think that was 56. I think you talked about him earlier, Dad. I think Keeve Schiller-Lau getting a couple blocks up front for him to get those extra yards.
Some new players coming in there for Reading. I think is Coach Fiore is giving some of his underclassmen an opportunity to see some varsity action. Driving back to pass.
Parrish.
Plenty of room. Letting it go deep to Parrish.
Nope. It should have been Parrish.
Well covered by a half.
Yeah, take a look. I'm not sure if we're going to see us on the replay, but you can see Parrish maybe right down the middle of the field. Wide open.
Yeah.
That's all right, though.
The receiver was covered. I think the safety came over to give safety help. Once again, I think in Quayler's case, he was looking at one receiver the whole time.
I still like to see that. We saw that last week, and I think one of the games before. This Quilly has a cannon on him. That was quite a pass there.
3rd down. Quick pitch out here to the left to Ludwig. Sidesteps one receiver. Going out of bounds. He'll have the 1st down at the 46-yard line. Clock is running. He was down in bounds. 3 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. 1st down for Woburn in their own 46-yard line. Concannon running out here to the right, looking up, still looking.
Oh boy.
We're going to have a penalty too. We're going to have a roughing the passer penalty. He was hit well after the throw.
Yeah, we
referee throwing the flag on this one. Personal foul, dead ball foul, roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot in this case. So it'll be from the 46, and it'll bring it over to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they called that penalty on. There were a couple guys on the tackle. I think the guy coming in from behind made a clean hit, but I think there was a little extracurricular coming in from the front. It was a good call by the refs, and a significant penalty for sure, and a good chance for Woburn to keep, doing what we were talking about earlier. Just keep moving the ball, have some fun, put some points on the board.
Once again, back to back. Going deep.
Just got him. Oh, great defense.
Running stride for stride with the Woburn receiver.
Yeah, that was number 20. That was Dante Barboza. Not sure if we're going to see the replay, but that was a good ball by Quayle. I think he was trying to get out to, might have been Amaral, I'm not sure. Oh no, it might have been Dylan Thompson. Good defense there by the secondary for the Rockets. Also good offense. It was a good play, good blocking, good throw. Good defense usually beats a good offense, so they say.
2nd down, 2nd and 10. Quick handoff to number 10, scooting around the left-hand side, brought down, nice tackle.
Number 50. He was double teamed that whole time. Sean Beckenhouse, I think. Take a look at this. They had both Patrick Allen and Alec Cruz trying to block him. Sean Beckenhuis, number 50 for the Reading Rockets. Nice tackle there.
Officials signaling to both benches that there are 2 minutes to go. They don't call timeout anymore in high school football, but they gave the signal, 2 minutes. Looking deep again. He's got a receiver wide open. They're running it short. The receiver needed to come back another yard or two. He's wide open down here. If you can look down and see, wide open.
Yeah, those Quails. He was open, but he was open because he was a little too deep, and I think the safeties for Reading knew that he was a little bit out of range on that play. So.
That brings up 4th down, 4th and 10 for Woburn. That's again on their own 40-yard line. Rolling right now, Quayle. Coming back to the left.
Oh boy.
I don't know where he intended that pass to be.
Wow. That's a great tackle. We'll go back to the actual interception on the run back, but that was a great tackle by Ludwig. He's all by himself back there.
I don't know where Quayle was throwing this ball. He just kind of threw it up, and there was only one receiver there. I think he was heading for number 13.
Yeah, that was a tough play. He scrambled.
Kalako, but
it gets to a point where it's just who knows where anyone's supposed to be. So it's a tough situation there. And again, they're just trying to move the ball forward.
1 minute and 31 seconds remaining. I would.
That should probably wrap it up, I think.
Okay, looks like Reading will take a knee. Let the clock run. No sense in trying to run a 35-3 score. Clock is running with about a minute 10 left here. Second and 11. They may need to take another 2 more knees in order to run the clock out.
Yeah, so we were talking a little bit while we watched them take the knee. We were talking a little bit about the upcoming schedules for the two teams, Bill, and Woburn obviously is playing Reading tonight. They're away for the next couple weeks. Going to be at Wakefield next week, and the following week at Lexington, and then we start getting into the Thanksgiving game against Winchester. The teams come to midfield.
Okay, from the Conley Stadium here on the campus of Woburn Memorial High School. Final score: Reading 35, Woburn 3. I'm Bill Callahan, and along with me is
Bill Callahan.
And again, thank you for joining us, and good night, everyone.